You know, when you're deep in addiction, you are so far from being your best, and it really is scary to stop and ask for help. Tonight, I want to introduce you to a young woman who found the courage to say, you know what, enough is enough. Fall break is here for these 8-year-old twins, and Auntie Satara is on duty.
I have 9 nieces and nephews, actually, and being able to show up for the twins here, or being able to show up for the other ones who don't live in this area, but it's amazing. Oh.
What a big change. Not too long ago, Satara says she kept her distance. She was deep in addiction. It started with alcohol.
And that led to it not being enough. So I found my way to opioids and narcotics, and again, turned out to not be enough, which led me to using heroin on the daily.
Satara says after way too many close calls, she had had enough.
I ended up calling my dad, who really didn't know much about my addiction, and just broke down crying like, I need help.
So I took the wind out of my sails, because she's always been my baby girl.
And he was very supportive about everything, which was my big fear. It's like I can't let my dad know because I don't want him to be disappointed in me, because there's so many stereotypes revolving around addiction and people who struggle with addiction.
And we made it through. We really did. And I encourage anyone that, as a parent, if you have a child that's fighting addiction, don't turn away. I mean, come closer to them, embrace them, love them, be there for them. Everything that they need at that moment, you need to be more than that.
Just last month, Satara celebrated 2 years of recovery.
It's amazing. I'm probably the happiest I've ever been.
She celebrated her first and her second-year anniversary by skydiving. The key, she says, is surrounding herself with support.
I always tell people in meetings, listen for what you have in common.
Satara's recovery journey started with 40 days inpatient at Landmark Recovery Center, followed by intensive outpatient treatment.
Just keep coming back no matter what happens, come back. But I think a lot of times people give up before the miracle happens.
Help is out there, you just have to be vulnerable enough to ask for it.
So I'm so happy for Satara and her family, and I think so much of it was the response and love that she got from her dad. He told me he had no idea that she was using, that she was dealing with substance use disorder, but instead of stepping back, he stepped in and said, let's find some resources. She found that at Landmark. She's doing great, and now she's a coach for others and says, too many times people treat you like you're dirty. Like they don't want anything to do with you. And
there's a stigma associated with addiction.
Right.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can peel back the layers on that so people can have honest conversations. No one wants to live like that. And there are answers out there. So
and it's good to see her family too. I mean, when one person is obviously going through that, it affects everyone else.
Yeah, and she wants her nieces there to see her being her best. So we're very happy for Satara and her family, and for sharing their story with us. All right.